Welcome back from the world's shortest break. That was 6 seconds of fun. I'm glad we got our advertising in. I really met the budget.
And we're back.
You're listening to 933 Beer, and we're back. Welcome back inside the show, everyone. I'm going to do the starting five right now. Nipissing Lakers basketball. I saw a cool tweet from Chris Chang, the coach up there. He sent out a really neat picture that I retweeted. I will send it out again from OUA Today, and you can check it out if you're listening to this on the podcast as well. It'll be on our Twitter account at OUA Today. It says, I wanted to offer our sincere appreciation as a program for your unwavering support in our inaugural season. We've been through some tough times, but we have also had some memorable moments. Our student athletes fought the entire way despite our woes, and they will continue to fight
they win a game?
as we move forward with our program. I am not sure.
The 555 at the end of that statement.
Oh yeah, no, that was, the 5 is coming up. Don't worry. We got a little note on the 5 for you. But yeah, he is, I think that's a good tweet. I mean, there's going to be growing pains with any program, Scott, whether it's basketball, football. We just talked with Austin about it, so.
I have some high hopes for Jacksonville coming up in the next few seasons, okay?
Yeah.
Are you saying that like I thought like Nipissing was going to break here and, kick tail or what? Because I was not. Definitely not.
No.
I thought if any school coming into a CIS would have a chance at immediate competition, it would probably be Algoma. And they didn't, and they had an established program there, albeit from the OCAA.
Yeah.
But, so starting a program off the ground, it's good. And hopefully, I think there's community support up there. So that's really nice.
Yeah, well, again,
that's a good thing to have.
Some of these smaller schools in the OUA, when you talk about Laurentian, Lakehead, some of these places up north, they have communities that surround them, and I always assumed that because I was like, hey, again, big, even if you're the big fish in the small pond, then you're still the
only
there,
game
right?
in town.
Yeah, so you might as well go, and I assumed that, but then when we did the OUA Today bracket, sure enough, some of the smaller schools had the most support. Western didn't even get Kelly Campbell through the first round of our OUA Today bracket, which, by the way, the Charlton at Carleton wrote a article on the OUA Today bracket.
The Charlton at Carleton wrote an article.
Yeah, they wrote
because it's dire for content, man.
Hey,
it's really tough.
Don't crush my dreams, okay? OUA Today bracket went awesome. So we wanted to make sure that we got that in. The McMaster Block Party. Amanda, in 20 seconds, tell us how cold and rainy it was.
McMaster Block Party went super well. Alumni handing out free ponchos. Churros. Actually, it went really, really well. We bought these amazing lights. We were going to have them. We put a down payment on firecrackers.
There we
I'm
are.
pretty sure they're gonna be just throwing firecrackers at kids.
Go into the middle of the lawn and campus, throw them at each other.
It sucks that they couldn't turn on the...
I'm just imagining kids running around with Roman candles, like pointing them at each other in the middle of a campus.
Calling out Harry Potter spells.
But yeah, it sucks that they couldn't use the rides because that would have added an extra light factor.
It's okay. It's gonna be back. It's gonna be better.
You know what? There were a lot of people there.
Yeah,
I was impressed.
It's a great idea. It's going to be successful.
Yeah.
Look forward to being successful in the future. Ottawa Mayor Jim Watson, who you might remember him from an earlier episode of OU.
Sorry.
Amanda has a strong hate for the mayor of Ottawa.
Just rude.
Just rude. You might remember him from an earlier episode of OUA Today where we talked about him after the CIS basketball championships. At Jim Watson Ottawa on Twitter. He's the mayor of Ottawa. He's a Carleton graduate. He tweeted out saying, good luck to the U Ottawa GGs and the Carleton Ravens in today's CIA? No, it's the CIS championships. Thanks. You might have thought it was the CIAU or whatever it used to be, but it's the CIS championships, Jim. That's okay. Who do you think will win and by how many points? I say Ravens by 12. You're the mayor of the city. You have people from both sides. I get that you're a Carleton grad, but...
The way he started that tweet was so right. The way he ended it was so wrong.
Politically correct. There's a reason they call it politically correct when you're a politician, not being like, I choose the Ravens. Which is basically what he did. Well, now he is back on Twitter. He is an active man on his Twitter machine. At Jim Watson Ottawa. Hey, at John Tory, who, if you don't know, now you know, is the mayor of Toronto, who replaced the unreplaceable Rob Ford. But it's okay. Rob moved on to the Hockey Hall of Fame selection committee or whatever the heck he moved on to. Jim Watson said, isn't it great that all Canadian NHL teams are in the playoffs? Oh wait, sorry!
He tweeted that at John Tory.
Big time.
This is like the high school hallway and he just showed John Tory in the locker.
Grow up, Jim.
Well, this is where we are. It's just cool to be in the playoffs. Like, Canadian hockey teams aren't like, oh, we're Stanley Cup contenders. We're like, we're in the playoffs.
You know what sucks though?
Like, come on.
There's 5 Canadian NHL teams in. Ottawa, Montreal plays, Vancouver, Calgary plays.
Yeah.
in the opening rounds. That sucks. I mean, that's cool. That's great and it's the pros and cons, right? There's the ups and downs of having teams that play each other for driving ratings in the first round, but would it be better in the second round? I don't know.
What if they all lose? I mean, it's unlikely. Like before, when it was like 3,
it also guarantees we have 2 Canadian teams into the final 8.
So that's
right?
really
which
nice.
is a positive.
And one of those teams will be like a huge storyline, right? Like one of those teams will be like, oh man, like they came back from
the
something
Sedins
down,
drive
or
into
like,
the playoffs. Or it'll be Calgary fights through with Johnny Hockey. Like there's no matter what you do, just based on the fact that they're going to win,
there will be a storyline based off them winning. So
the Sens' incredible run, Montreal with Carey Price, it'll all be whoever wins, doesn't matter.
And I'm happy because Sportsnet, they need the ratings, right?
Why?
You know?
Why, as Canadians, answer me this, do we cheer for Canadian teams?
I don't think we do. I don't know.
I think we do. I think Leafs Habs might be the only one, and maybe Flames Oilers. Outside of that, I think people would rather see the Vancouver Canucks win if you're from Edmonton than they would to see the Minnesota Wild win. Like the LA Kings had more Canadians than anybody else on their roster a couple of years ago, and everybody was cheering for who was playing them. It might have been Vancouver in the playoffs, maybe.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Yeah, Vancouver." It's like, no, Vancouver is primarily European, and the LA Kings are stacked with the best in Canadian talent: Drew Doughty, Carter Richards, all that. But like, people brought that up on broadcast, and I was just like, "Yeah, it's very true."
Yeah, the question, "Who is Canada's team?" is dumb, but it gets written every year.
It's clearly the Leafs.
Yeah.
Bozak, Kessel.
Oh yeah.
McDavid. 5 goals against London a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
big time. That was pretty good. Alright, that was Jim Watson. We hate him, so don't ever call into the show, Jim. OVFL Prospects game I went out and saw on Saturday. It's kind of the future of OUA football. Could see a bunch of those guys play. They are the best kind of grade 10 and 11 students that are coming up. MVP of the game was Brampton running back Javante Stanley, so watch for him coming up into the OUA ranks soon. All the scouts were there from all the OUA teams. I interviewed Kyle Quinlan afterwards, after the game as well, and talked to him a little bit about the whole experience and the fact that he is a CIS coach and he also coaches in the OVFL for the Hamilton Ironmen. He's the head coach of their varsity program. So, kind of a cool look into the future of I'm jumping ahead of myself, OVFL football. And my last one on the starting 5, the OHL draft was Saturday. Our friend Neat Sager from Yahoo Sports was just retweeting everything.
Yeah.
I damn near had to unfollow the man.
Yeah, it's that time of year, right?
Yeah, like it was a big day. There was over 300 guys that joined the OHL family, and no Americans taken in the second round of the OHL draft. So again, talking about Canada's team, the OHL is very...
They have import rules?
I could not answer that if you put a gun to my head.
Oh.
And it was loaded with silly string.
I'll put this away.
Okay. please do. Just under half of Guelph men's hockey team from this past year played in the OHL. If you want to get a sense for why we're bringing this up randomly, it's because guys from the OHL tend to make their way to the OUA because there is an agreement where with the CIS, I believe, the academic program where if you go to school in a city that plays, there's a team in the OHL, then you can get your academics covered a little bit. So it's a good program, and there's a lot of guys that end up playing OUA hockey, which we saw this year was unreal. Mm-hmm. I've loved watching some of the games this spring through the playoffs, and Guelph went on an incredible run with a bunch of those ex-OHL guys. And my last little bit on the OHL draft, I wanted to tell a story here because I tweeted it out, but if anybody didn't hear, it was kind of fun. I went to high school with Taylor Hall, for those of you that don't know. I mentioned this once to a McMaster women's hockey player, and they were like, "Oh my god, introduce me." I was like, "No, it's okay. I know him pretty well, so you don't need to." No. But we were doing.
You know him too well.
Yeah, exactly. We were doing a high school. Is it drama or drama? How do you guys want to say it?
Drama.
This is always a point of contention.
Put your Kingston draw on it.
Okay, drama. Yeah. We were in grade 10 drama at Frontenac Secondary School in Kingston. I was doing a group project with Taylor where we were expected to do kind of a pantomime. Like, the lights turn on, the lights turn off, and you're in a different position. Lights turn on, lights turn off.
A little tableau.
Yeah, that's what it is. Tableau.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Jeez, this is a culture podcast.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Pretty much Frasier right
we're
now.
We're a podcast now, aren't we? Yeah, true. Frasier. Frasier Caldwell, our boy from Costa Athletics. He'll be firing a tweet at us in about 6 seconds. Consistent listener. He might be the only person who tunes in every morning.
Respect.
Yeah, love you.
My parents don't even know I do.
Love you. On the very first show, I was like, "Hey, don't unbutton that shirt." You're like, "My mom's gonna watch this." I remember that.
No.
But anyway, so Taylor Hall, he's in our mic group. We're doing tableaus, and we're supposed to do it to Gangster's Paradise by Coolio. So we're doing the project. It's like over a week and a half probably because it's high school and. High school drama teacher will just extend projects so they can sit there and do nothing. Yeah. So anyways,
shout out to them.
He's in my... I love my high school drama teachers, but the reality is now that I'm older, I look back at it, I'm like, I don't think we need a week and a half for that. Like when you get put in university, you're like, I probably could have done that in a very short period of time. But they basically decided to put us into groups. Taylor's in my group, and he's really good. He's working really hard for an extended period of time. Then all of a sudden, on the Monday after the OHL draft, which I knew was the OHL draft because we knew him, we knew how good of a player he was, he just stopped working. He just didn't talk to anyone, sat against the wall, was on his cell phone the whole time, just wanted nothing to do with us. The teacher in the room came over and said, Taylor, put your phone away. And he's like, no, sorry, I can't, man. And then he says, what do you think gives you the right to talk to me like this? High school teacher walks over to Taylor, gets really angry, jumps up from behind his desk, goes and talks to him. Taylor just goes, I just got drafted 2nd overall in the OHL draft. The only reason I didn't go first Erie is because I told him I didn't want to play there. And the teacher just turned around, walked back to his desk, sat down. Taylor didn't have to do a thing.
He just says, friends and family tickets, too?
Yeah, maybe oh, that's great. How far away did you get drafted? Is it Windsor? I can do that draft. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can give me tickets. But, so he was a funny guy to go to school with, though. I remember, too, one time throwing a football around out back of Frontenac with one of my buddies. It was one of my receivers, and Taylor walked by, and somebody chirped him, and he told the guy that he had more goals than the guy has minutes in junior A or something like that. Just rip. Just typical hockey stuff.
It's always good to have a good rip.
But I feel like that was just in the pocket. Taylor's a guy ripped on me? Okay, line 17, section 4. Yeah. And just pulled it up anyways. But there's your starting 5 and a Taylor Hall story, so I hope you enjoyed that. We'll be right back after another one of the world's shortest breaks because we try to maximize the content for you here on CFMU 93.3.